Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number one between... Really thing? 1 second, let me see if I can get... To be fair, this is because I did not load this thing to load it until I was already here. Let me see if I can force it to reload real quick. There we go, look at me. I know how to do stuff. I'm the best around. Ain't nobody gonna get me down. So, first of all, Gibbs, I actually haven't answered that question. The reason it isn't in dark mode is because that is specifically my login for the NGS YouTube and the NGS Twitch, and I want to make darn sure I can tell which client I'm in. So, I intentionally did not set that one to dark mode because I don't want to be doing stuff and getting the analytics to think, oh, hey, the NGS official channel is into all this stuff, because no. So here we come. We are on Braxis Holdout, the best map in Heroes the Storm. Don't at me. I love this map. I'm like the only one. Someone on the survey actually said, why is Braxis in the map pool? Everyone hates that map. I don't hate that map. But here we go. We have Dahaka and Abathur being banned out by Winter is Coming. 9 to 5, getting rid of Rexar. Don't blame them. Rexar is a beast on this map. Get it? Because of Misha. And then we do also have Johanna being removed. First pick and first ban did go the side of Winter is Coming. I really hope they're on the right sides. 1 second. Now I usually check that going in, but I totally didn't this time. Let me just very quickly verify, because it's going to bother me until I actually go in and look. So 9 to 5. Yep, they're backwards. 9 to 5 is on that side. Mark and Zombie and Mike and Ike are all members of 9 to 5. I can't believe you've done this. Okay, I can, it's okay, I can fix this. Boom. I'm really glad I checked that, or I would have been calling it wrong. The entire cast, and I can only be a certain amount of unprofessional at any one time. There's a limit, so I'm glad we got that taken care of. So we do go ahead and have Artanis banned out. That's interesting. Artanis is oftentimes a counter pick to Rexar. So it's like, I don't want you to have Rexar, and I don't want you to be able to deal with Rexar either. So we do go ahead and have Garrosh. So Johanna banned from one side, Garrosh banned from the other one. We do have Greymane and Rhaegar that were picked up while I wasn't paying attention. We also do have Orphea and Lucio. Ooh, the zombie boss. Murden coming out. Murden, the tank of the tanks that are left. We did go and have 2 tanks removed. I'm a bit surprised, like, nothing is wrong with Murden. I'm not adding Murden here. Valkenberg would kill me, but at the same time, I kind of expected to see, like, Murden is a fine tank, but not usually, like, a top tier one. So, very interested to see what it is about Murden that makes... Ooh, the newly buffed Arthas, let's go. Silence Frosty himself. Rocking the Kerrigan skin as well. And we will have Mike and Ike defending the top lane, presumably. Though I have seen, the fact that I see Orphea makes me wonder if we're going to see a 2-3 split. I do see that more than a little bit. Just a little bit. And now, what tank? We already have the tank. Murden. I have this whole thing where I talked about Murden. I don't need to ask about Murden. Hello? We do have Leoric coming in, so it's going to be Leoric versus Sonya in the top lane. That is an engagement that Sonya can win, but it's close. If Leoric can land his spooky hand, then Leoric can win it. But the thing is, Sonya does have the ability to spin and run your whirlwinding if you're directly on top of Leo. When Leo does the spooky touch, he reaches forward and extends his hand. And so if you're literally in the same space, he can't hit you because he has to reach forward. But I will get into the game real quick. I will get predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me who you think is going to win, and I will see you all in just a second. All right, and here we come into game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Representing, not for, get the cursor guys out of here. I may be blind, but you guys don't need to see that. Representing team 9 to 5 over here on the blue side of the battlefield. We do have Mark coming in playing the Valhalla. We do have Ferret playing the Lucio. Zombie Boss is going to be playing Orphea. Not Zul, really. I feel like Zombie Boss should be playing Zul. We do have Uwu Fitting. I promise you, I'm going to say Uwu Fighting at some point, but like the Korean thing, Uwu Fighting, some point in this game, but they are playing Arthas. Up at the top lane, we do go ahead and have Mike and Ike playing the Sonya. Spreading off against Sonya on the side of Winter is Coming. We do have Leoric, the Skeleton King, being played by Morpig. We are going to have Press Forward playing the Muradin. Oh, nice little group. Uwu Fitting goes and takes a little bit of damage. There is Twitch Jason coming out here on the Grey Daddy. Google Me is going to be on the Junkrat, that's his name. I had a line bust moment for a second. I'm like, explosion mouse! And then we do go ahead and have Hot Lesta. Oh, nice job from the Vala. Go ahead and picking off that Grey that was barely connecting. There's another Frost. Can I just say, Winter is Coming not playing Arthas is giving me a problem. I'm once again questioning if the team's on the right side, but I know they are. Such good damage. Like, this Orphea is doing work already. I'm here for it. Let me turn the game sounds down a bit. I turned them up for the, like, so you can hear the background music very clearly as we were going into the meat hall. But I'm very I have a very high opinion of myself, and so I want to be heard. That is a great question, Ektar, because it totally doesn't. I hate that it defaults to best of 3, and I have to remember to update it. And I'm really bad at doing that. Thank you, Ektar. I appreciate you. We do go ahead and have Uwu Fitting coming there. A decent bit of damage being done to Winter is Coming, kind of pushing them back a little bit. We do go ahead, top point is controlled by Morpig. Is able to go ahead and land that spooky hand. A little bit, 18% channel on the side of 9 to 5 so far. But Sonya having to stand back for a little bit. They managed to get the top point, but now they're having to deal with these guys. Nice job from Morpig, staying right at the distance in order to keep that in there. Oh, but it does look like Muradin having to move back. Looking at our level 1 talent from Muradin, we do have Dwarf Block, so it does not have the third wind. It's going to take them a little bit of a second. And they do go ahead, rather than waiting for second wind to heal them up, they go ahead and hearth back. Alright, we do go ahead and have them moving back and forth. Once again, ooh, what's happening up here? Mike and Ike should be able to go in and get this. Did win the engagement with Leoric. Leoric tapping and coming back, but this should be a little bit of channel coming in. Does manage to sidestep, and yeah, as soon as Leo missed the spooky hand, they just can't contest Mike and Ike anymore. Like, that's the thing. If that's why I say Sonya typically wins that matchup. Because what happens is if Sonya gets hit by the spooky hand, then Sonya backs off and it kind of resets. But if Leoric misses the spooky hand, then Sonya just gets to like wail away at him for about 10 seconds. Leo does not really have a counterplay other than hitting that ability. We do go ahead and have Twitch Jin. Nice. I say Jin, it's Jisen, but Jisen is hard to say. Everybody was Uwu Fitting. They are moving back, trying to go and get this taken care of. We do go ahead and have, at level 4, we did pick up Taste for Explosions. Already about a sixth of the way through that quest. Vala, by the way, did take the Gambit talent, up to 56 stacks. And we do have Frost Presence, currently a 7 out of 20 completion. We do have a bit of a gank going on up here. I didn't notice the rotation, but hey, I did notice before the kill happened. There is Zombie Boss moving forward. We do go and have the engagement happening down below. Lots of damage on Uwu Fitting. Oh, Junkrat trying to get that last little bit, won't be able to, but they do go and get some counter pressure going on in terms of the points. Sonya is moving back up north, so they're not going to make a power play for one of the points by overloading it. Leo, you need to know this is coming. Good does get onto the point and lands the spooky hands. That is going to make it a lot harder for Mike to go in, but they do go in and get it torn away from the cold grasp of the Skeleton King. Ferret did run up here. That's the problem, like, Lucio can run in and boot people back and make it easy for people to kill, but of course Leo has the ability to just make himself unstoppable, and has potentially the longest unstoppable in the game. Once again, nice sidestep, avoiding that spooky hand. Oh, ooh, Fitting in a bad position right here. There, I didn't see the grenade, but that had to be a Junkrat boop. Like, there's no way that Arthas went over there of his own accord. Morpig not going to be able to stand into that, not with all this healing coming back. But here comes Press Forward. Press Forward is playing it forward, but because Press Forward came up here, that does mean they lose control of the bottom point. Zombie Boss going in and picking that up. There comes Mike and Ike landing in. Sonya actually fighting the world and winning? Hello? All around the world, statues crumble for her. So this is going to be, I think this is close enough that they'll both end up with 100%. But we're going to find out in just a second. It might be 96 that does it. Yep, it does go up to 100%. I thought so. So both sides get a maximum Zerg wave. There's going to have to be a... Now, this is the first Zerg of the game. We're only about 7 minutes in, so this won't be oppressive. But I do definitely feel like, I'm surprised that we don't have more of defense up top, because Sonya's going to have a hard time holding this back. Like, look at what the Banelings did to this poor Barbarian. Meanwhile, down below, here's the big aggression, the 4v4 happening down at the bottom. A lot more clearing pressure, but also a lot more backup from the team. There we have the Chompy Chomps coming out of Orphea as level 10s are locked in. Big explosion from the Riptire coming in from Junkrat. We do going to press forward. Press forward is on the retreat. Press forward not living up to their name. There goes the top fort. Like I said, I was like, Sonya cannot hold that back by herself. I was a bit surprised to see 9 to 5 pushing that aggressively. Everybody was ooh fighting. I'm sorry, I can't help it. So, yeah, Zombie Boss trying to take care of this. I was gonna say they're losing keep wall right now. Like there's still too many of them having fun down below.
Is it safe out there now? Yes. Nice work.
And there go the towers. So definitely an advantage for Winter is Coming. Winter is Coming was kind of on the back foot for a lot of the first part of that map, and it still ends up, it's 2 to 3 in terms of kills, so very, very even, but definitely played that objective a little bit better. Although, as I say that, nice Ancestral coming out. Twitch just said, does end up getting taken down anyway, but it was definitely marked for death, and we're still at 4 kills to 3 instead of 2 kills to 3. So, still within 1 kill, it just flipped. You're gonna have a Mike and Ike invading and taking over this Hellfire camp. That is not its name, but that should be its name. Looks like this camp is up in 30 seconds. The opposing team will be back, so they can't definitely stay around for that. looking at press forward, we do have more pick in the area. Nice double people into him, but they didn't have any DPS with them. So even though it was a great moment where it's like, hey, you can't move, it's like, yeah, but we can't kill them. Oh, they did end up getting the radar. I wasn't sure. That's one of those rare times where being the invulnerable actually screwed the team over because the well couldn't take any shots from the Vala. Although you could also argue on the other side of the equation, if that wasn't invulnerable, it wouldn't still have been alive. So, kind of the same thing. So now the map is opening up. We do even out the pressure with the bottom fort going down in order to match the destroyed top fort.
The beacons are active once again. Control them
Interesting
before
bush
the enemy
gang next to the siege camp that was already taken. Are you guys going to come back and, you know, check this camp that you can't take? That's probably more of a, we're having to clear areas. We don't know where our opponents are, so we don't want to push out too far on the map. Like, and to be fair, this would be very, very, very deep to extend. Alright, they do know where their opponents are. Now here's the problem going to be. Leo's going to have a much, much harder time to controlling bottom because Sonya has access to a healing fountain and Leo does not. Leo did take Aussie on renewal, which kind of helps. Oh, Google Me goes ahead. Nice flank coming in from Mike and Ike and Zombie Boss. Went ahead and ruined that escape. There's the Ancestral Healing coming out onto press forward. And there is the aggression coming in. Trying to go ahead and land on that. There are some cannon fire coming down onto Ferret. This is all 5 of them up here. This is 5 versus 3 at the moment. Oh, Twitch barely survives, but does in fact survive. Leo did take the bottom point, so they did stop the channel. But Sonya's heading that way right about now. They're moving for top point. Vala is there by her lonesome. Mark might need to be a little bit careful. Got a little bloodthirsty there. Like, obviously, I probably would have done the same thing. But you know Vala's not going to be too far from the other team. But here comes the 100%. This is definitely not 100% on both sides, as the aggression comes in through the top, through 9 to 5. Sonya got booped over the wall by Junkrat, presumably. We do have level 16s online from 9 to 5. I love how action-packed this is, and how, like, the teams are just like, nope, we're not gonna have a slow, sleepy game going through, ladies and gentlemen. Then we have the Chompies coming out of Orphea. Nice Entomb, and Orphea's all dressed up with nowhere to go. I'm actually surprised Orphea went for that, to be completely honest. Because, like, or Leo, because Orphea, if they hit with their Q, they can just, like, waltz right out of that Entomb. Alright, nice slowdown. Ferret is trying to get away from Grayman, will do so. Nice wall ride, although, will do so, I said? Will do so, Raka lied. We're fighting. So we do have a little bit of a split, but this is, oh, Mark trying to go and get this. We're fighting, bam! That moment where you run away, you're like, wait, you guys didn't kill this guy yet? And Sonya is just going to town? Okay, this is an absolute bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. So we do end up with, Winter is Coming does win the fight. The protracted fight of pain and death and misery. But it does end up it does end up being kind of a Pyrrhic victory, because at the end of the day, like you can't take any points, and your opponents are already respawning. Although I say that, they're moving over to contest this. I don't know that I agree with this decision. This is definitely a history is written by the victor situation, so we're gonna have to see who wins this little engagement. There is the Ancestral coming out on Twitch just then.
Power spike from the beacons. They'll be active soon.
Alright, there's that bouncing back and forth. You have press forward, move fitting, going to taking this out. A lot of damage on the mark. We do have Jacinta in the background. Does get stunned by the Vala, trying to go ahead, but that Lucio was just meeting Vala get a hunt down. Why is the Demon Hunter so good at chasing down prey?
Take control of those beacons. We don't want to face angry Zerg.
However, while that was going on, we did go ahead and have down here. This camp has just been pushing all night long. But it does look like we're going to go ahead and have 9 to 5 pick up their boss. Normally when I work the 9 to 5, I'm trying to avoid the boss. So these must be really, really good employees. He is scouted by, but I was like, there's only 2 of you. You can't really contest this. We do go and have Google Me up here, moving back and forth. I'm not sure they want to commit to a camp. Not sure where their opponents are going to go. Opponents end up not going that way. It would have been safe, but obviously you didn't know that at the time. Boss is barreling down top lane, going ahead and looking to finish off this keep. Alright, looking now at the Skeleton King, but press forward, going to get in the way. Not quite on the Ancestral. Ancestral just barely misses, and that's really, really bad, because obviously it still gets used up. That is a 4-for-0 kill in favor of 9 to 5, and most likely the end of the game. The boss is on top keep, walking right past the bottom keep. There will be a Zerg wave here in just a second, but they're like, we don't need the Zerg wave, we've got a boss. Clearly, Winter or 9 to 5 is a fan of the Terran Dominion. They're like, we don't need the Zerg, we've got raw firepower and guns. Remember, how do a whole bunch of space rednecks stand up to 1,000 years of devoted evolution, or a race of psionically gifted warriors so they all fight as one? Guns. Lots of guns. So, looking at the end of the game stats, we do go ahead and have, coming in here, in terms of damage, Google Me does lead the way, 92,000 damage over the course of our 17-minute game. We do go and have 78,000 damage coming out of that Vala, and then Orphea coming out with 55. But I kind of called this out, Vala being our kill leader just barely. Sonya coming in almost the same thing, but keep in mind, Sonya was fighting the whole team at one point. So, Vala really doing work to hunt those people down. We do go and have Therrit out healing the Rhaegar, 96,000 healing versus 69,000. And then in terms of the experience contribution, Lyric does give more experience than Sonya does, 14,000 compared to 13. Talents, that seems generous. We don't quite get our talents for the red team, so I can't give you the full talent one. And it does look like Orphea is just like, I don't need a level 20. We're murdering right now. But everyone else did go and get their 20 talent, copy those down, take them into your Storm League matches, and I will see you in game number 2. Don't go anywhere, please. Welcome to game number 2. We are here on Volskaya. We've gone from the beginning of the alphabet with Braxis all the way down to Volskaya. So MFCEO, it doesn't say in the in-between screen, but it is updated up at the top of the screen. 9 to 5 did win our first game. This is the second game, which is why I said game number 2. Go me. Obviously, I know there's a delay, so... Here we have our first. I do not blame that. Lucio was definitely enabling the Vala to a very unfun degree. I mean, I'm sure it was very fun for the Vala. Dahaka once again being banned out. I have to wonder if we'll have Dahaka and I think it was Gary. Because that's who 9 to 5 banned the first game. And it's not unusual to see that a team will go ahead and say, okay, well, we won, so let's keep the same bans. Because we definitely have different bans coming for winners coming, taking the Sonya away. Though, to be fair, Rexar is not as good on Volskaya. Oh no, they do get rid of Junkrat. So Garrosh is available for Winter is Coming if they want them. Mafakyo. Okay, actually, I can't say that. I did not think of that beforehand. So we do going to have Pot Lesta coming out with the Rhaegar. We are going to have Diablo being our first pick out of the side of 9 to 5. And there's the Valala. Valala. I apologize, we have not had Thanksgiving yet. I should not be making Christmas references. Here's the thing, like some people are able to think about what they want to say and then they say it. I don't think about what I'm going to say, I just say stuff. My daddy was a door-to-door salesman, and when I was young, he always taught me it's way easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. We do have Nazebo coming out of Google Me, Johanna. So we do not yet have an offlaner for either team. They do go to the interesting. That's obviously going to get us out of scouting. I don't see a lot of Illidan picks or bans. Now, there is not yet a healer on the side of 9 to 5, so they may choose to go into that. They've already taken away Lucio. Obviously, Rhaegar's picked up. They could get rid of Anduin or Stukov here. All right, so they did not ban the Anduin. They ended up getting rid of the Lost Vikings instead. So remember game number 1, I was surprised at the fact that Murden was picked instead of some of the what I consider higher tier tanks. We do have the variant coming out from Mike and Ike. Although that's an off-lane variant most likely because they've already got the Diablo picked up. Is that going to be a I want to say Leap variant, and then Anduin, so we do have the Father and Son coming out. What is that thing called where he yells, he jumps? And we do have the Leo coming out of... Rexar would actually not be bad into Leo, but I kind of doubt it. I do think the variant is the offlaner. Well, that was not one of the ones I considered, but Thrall also very good, and we did have a switch. I saw that switch. So... not quite whoops all bruisers, but whoops a lot of bruisers. We're going to find out. Danny. Look at me learning from my mistakes. Although I hesitate to call it a mistake, to be completely honest. But we're going to the game. I will get predictions up. Tell me who you think is going to win, and I will be back. After these messages, I'll be right back.
operations.
All right, so here we go into game number 2. Representing 9 to 5, our winners of the first game. We do go ahead and have Thrall being played by FF Ubu Fitting. We do have Mike and Ike on the Varian. Zombie Beast HD going to be playing the Vala. We do have Ferret going around on the Anduin, the Lad. And then we will go ahead and get Zombie... No, on Vala. Who have I not said? Mark on Diablo? I don't think I said Mark on Diablo, even though we've talked about it extensively. But that is your blue team. That is 9 to 5. Meanwhile, on the orange side of the battlefield, we are going to go ahead and have Pot Lesta on the Rhaegar. Google Me coming out here and playing the Nazebo. We do go ahead and get Twitch Jacen coming out here and playing Greymane. Press Forward, going to be on the Johanna. And then the Skeleton King being played by Drevs. Was Drevs in the last game? I don't remember saying the name Drevs. So yep, Varian coming down here. Does get spooky-handed. Varian definitely does not do well until level 4. Colossus Smash, that's what the thing for Varian is called. I mean, the thing when he jumps, it goes roar. Alright, we do have the healing camp. Teleporting in from orbit. Drevs going ahead and double soaking. This is a really, really good decision from Drevs, because obviously Varian cannot keep up with Leo in terms of double soaking. Hello, TZ. So with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Mark coming in here trying to go in and get this handled. Both sides pick up their toys at the same time. A little bit of damage onto Uwu Fitting. We do go in and get the Nazebo did go for Pandemic, up to 11 stacks so far. We are going to go in and see Fire at Will, so the W build coming out of Vala. Lion's Maw doesn't really tell us where they're going. That's a very common talent for Varian. And then Echo of the Elements. I really actually like that. So what happened there is that Drevs was double soaking and kind of lulled 9 to 5 into a, okay, we need to like 1-1-3. Drevs going to go back and forth and we need to punish that. However, then the blue team came down at the same time in order to gank the Thrall, and of course it worked well. Mark is trying to go ahead and fight the world, but we do go to have Twitch Jacen goes through. Now there is a taunt coming out, so we did have taunt from the Varian. Surprisingly enough, this is a double tank build.
Prepare to be
2 to 2 in terms of kills. Does that mean we have a more damage-focused Diablo coming out? We do have Feast on Fears so far. And then Sacrificial Soul. So yeah, a very charge-based Diablo, not going for the full tank build. Wants to be able to do a little bit more burst because they do have 2 tanks. Makes sense. Google Me goes in and gets pulled in. Mike and I takes a bunch of damage. No Entomb. That would have been such an amazing Entomb, but obviously we are very far from level 10. Do you guys ever do that where you're playing and then your brain is like, oh, this is so cool, and you're like, we're nowhere near that level. What are you doing? I like the Drifts stopped a little bit early to pick up that health globe. Keep their opponents from picking it up. Although, I don't know, I thought Drevs was safe. Poor Mike and Ike. That was a lot of commitment down here to try and get the Skeleton King, and they are paying for it. Up at the top of the map as Winter's Coming is just pushing in on this fort. Now, obviously, they do know their opponents left the lane and should be almost here. Nice scout by Press Forward. We are almost there. Pot Lesta goes in and stands on this. It's at 99% basically. Okay, and yep, they just drive it off. So first objective does go to the side of 9 to 5. I'm so used to people not taking this objective early on that I didn't even quite realize it was being enchanted this whole time. Like, I'm used to, like, level 7 before it starts. Subdue is taken by the Johanna. Variant only at 10 stacks of Lion's Maw. About the, what, third of the way dead? A little more? I can remember if it was 25 or 30.
So that is the extent of the Protector's power. Impressive.
Remake way in picking up a toy? Looks like Vala's gonna do the same thing. Both teams respecting each other for the moment. Are going for their own paper airplane camp. For those that don't know, paper airplane camp is a Sparhawkism, and I will never not think of Sparhawk whenever I say that. We have a kill from Thrall onto the Zebro. We do also have Vala going out. Ferret down to about half health, but even like lower is Potlessa. Trying to get out of there is the Rhaegar, but they take out Diablo in the backline. Ferret narrowly avoiding the Leo. Leo really wants this. Trying to go and chase this down. There is a kill into Thrall up above. Man, Ferret is just running games around the Skeleton King. To be fair, if you're a spooky skeleton and you have an entire enemy team to go for, don't go for the Holy Priest. Come on, play D&D, what are you doing? That was a really nice little thing. Went in for the kill. Mike and Ike went ahead and protected themselves. And then there went Mark, pushing them all the way here where they were under cannon fire and there was no good escape path. So we do go and everyone moving back and forth. Back and forth. Forth and back.
A protector is almost ready. Access its terminal when I bring it online.
Alright, go ahead and secure this top point.
Destroy the fort.
That is going to make it much easier to get this second protector. Because obviously, like the last game, their opponents have now lost access to the healing fountain. Ektar always yells at me when I call it a moonwell because it's not a moonwell. And you know what? Today, I can be nice to Ektar.
Control it and you can pilot the protector.
Alright, Leoric is moving up here a little bit faster than their opponents. Obviously, they do have level 13. Looking at our ults, we do go in and have Sundering, Shield Wall, Light Bomb, Strafe, and Apocalypse. On the other side, we are going to be looking at Blessed Shield, Intune, Gargantuan, Ancestral Healing, Go for the Throat. All ults are currently up, except for Nazebo's, which is up in 5 seconds. Big stun coming down onto Twitch Jason. But the Vala goes down. This is a much more aggressive and much more comfortable Winter is coming. They are currently up 6 kills to 4. They've like got the map lead in terms of structure damage. Really playing into this Nazebo and his ability to do siege damage. Like, they're not really fighting for the protectors. They're like, if you guys want to concentrate and want to leave them back, you will pay for it. And there goes another fort. Now we are looking at going ahead and picking up a healing cap. Varian is up, but this is not a boss, so I don't think I'm like they can't really get there in time to really do anything about it. Still no one standing on the point. We're at 37% for blue. It almost feels like orange has forgotten the point is there. Although again, I think it's bait. They actually feel like the point being available is an opportunity for them, because as soon as their opponent enemy team actually goes in there, now Mark goes in and goes in along with a sundering. I want to say cataclysm. Everybody was ooh fitted. Alright, all ults are down except ancestral healing and taunt. And okay, APOC. And we are moving in. We have a camp up here at the top being taken care of by a zombie boss. A lot of pressure in the middle. Leo is down below. Alright. Bidding gonna go ahead, but not gonna be there in time. No, I was like, you have to get that. That's one of those even if you die for it moments. Our ancestral does come out onto Twitch Jason. There's a bunches of damage. Mark coming out. We do go and have the push in. Yeah, Leo was like in the middle of a lot of pain. I saw a much better Entomb opportunity. I saw like 4 of them, but then obviously Leo did have to step back. So not surprised they couldn't go for it. But oh, that looked beautiful. I might play too much Leoric, it's possible. Taunt comes down, and that's going to be a kill onto Nazebo. Nazebo ends up somehow up at the front, but there is Twitch Jason, not able to get out of there. Does go and take care of the Vala, but gets taken care of himself, and then there's Pot Lesta. Pot calling the less black. So there's a bit of a turnaround. We did definitely have Winters coming in a dominant position, but this may end up with a protector. They are down for about half a minute, and they're not done yet. Press forward, and needs to be moving back. Trev's pushing down below. They are still trying for this, but this is the problem, because like even if you get the protector, how much can you commit to it? You've got freaking Nazebo just continuously threatening. Every time you walk away from a gate, Nazebo shows up there. Boop. I press forward. Might have been a little bit deep. He's in too deep. Although I say he's in too deep, shut my mouth. He's definitely he was in the perfect amount. Twitch just saw him looking for zombie boss. You're not going nowhere. I'm very glad that Vala went for the W build, because not getting super punished for these deaths. Up to 60% on the second protector. This barely just is the ignore protector style of play coming from Winter is Coming. After all, we all knew that Winter is Coming would be good at the Siberian map. And boop. Yeah, I was like, that's a little gutsy. The rest of your team kind of already gone. Drevs. So here we have coming through here. Mark, Zombie, Mike, and Ike moving through. We do go and have quite a bit of damage landing. Leo's counting this out, but without Leo, I'm not sure they can move in. Their opponents do have their level 20. Storm tier talents. For some reason, my brain was like, no, Storm is level 10, and the hero tier is level 10. Oh, this might be bad. Yeah, they got a little bit pushed together. That was actually a really good play by 9-5. 9-5 went north, made their opponents think they were going for the point, but actually just like stayed just off screen, expecting that their opponents would move in for this. Now it may not end up mattering as Leo takes down the Vala. Lots of damage onto Mark. Pretty healthy health bars other than Vala coming through, and press forward down to pretty low. Mark goes through. Ooh, Fitting has gotten a lot of poison damage by the courtesy of the Nazebo, and there goes Diablo. So, with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Google Me leading into the other enemy team. There is the second keep being taken of the Irony. About 25 seconds until the fullness of 9-5 is back on the battlefield. We have catapults in the wings, if this can be taken care of. There was an entomb that went down onto Uwu Fitting. Lots of damage. Oh, Google Me does not have a lot of health. Let's go ahead and have to ice block real quick. Mark is caught in there, and that's going to be the end of maybe, I don't know. No, Mark does survive. Gridbane does not, and Google Me getting taken out as well. Here comes the Zebo going in there, trying to get this taken care of. Dr. Eves is fighting the world and losing to the world. And a bold push, but no real damage gets done to the core. The shields got low, but the paint was not scratched. So they can get the protector here, but again, this is the problem. Because, like, Nazebo is down for now, and you can get this secured, but then as you're pushing, what's happening? Are they pushing a different lane back on the map?
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
I do like this in Diablo up here to stand at the point, and then they say, well, let's go ahead and start getting some counter pressure going in.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
I mean, it's not over yet. bunches of damage going in. We do have the Johanna. Got a little bit far out, and here comes Protector. Now, that's the thing. Looking at the map, there is no real counter pressure coming from Nazebo anymore. Nazebo is right here. Now, this is going to be a problem. But it is only one catapult, so I agree with the push in, and 9 to 5 is marching in, potentially getting a second win of the map. There's still 4 defenders. That's a bit presumptive to say at this juncture.
Protector dominated. I must say, our engineers
There's a top coming down onto Drevs. Drevs trying to get out there, but there is a root, and there is the Skeleton King becoming the Undead King. Nope, wait, never mind, just the Dead King. Oh my goodness. Are we actually, I think we're going to see it. We're going to have a massive, this is Lincrib. Lincrib went in and said, no, I put my points down. I need 9 to 5 to win. And Lincrib, like, called in the fates themselves in order to change the outcome of this game. And with that, 9 to 5 does win the second game of the series to everyone's surprise. It 1000% looked like winners coming had that game, but you know what? Don't count your chickens before they hatch or something. Look at the stats at the end of the game. We do go ahead and get, in terms of damage, Google me, my god. Google me doing the most structure damage, doing the most, damage to enemy team members and enemy heroes, 133,000 over the course of a 21-minute game. We have 97,000 coming out of the Thrall and 88,000 on that their Greymane. We do go and have in terms of healing, so this is impressive. Pot Lesta doing 123,000 healing, and keep in mind, the lion's share of the damage was coming out of the red team, so despite the fact that there wasn't as much damage to heal coming out of the blue team, Pot Lesta still found more damage to heal than Ferret could. We do go ahead and get experience contribution. I'm going to call that dead even. I'm not going to say Leoric out-soak the variant, because really, it's a 21-minute game, and there's less than 300 experience separating the two. Talents? That seems generous. We do go ahead and have them coming through. This time I do have the level 20 talents for everyone. Even though I'm in the way. You're like, Rocco, we can't see all the talents. There we go. Copy these down, take them into Storm League, get all of the epic and amazing victory, and I will see thee in game number 3. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dragonshire. Third game of the series, possibly last game of the series if 9 to 5 can pull it out again. Though they were definitely not in a great position for 90% of the previous game, so don't count them out just yet. You know what? Don't count them out ever. None of this just yet business. So they do go ahead, first ban once again onto the Rexar. Someone on 9 to 5 must be a really, really good Rexar player, which makes me sad. I'm gonna have to go back and watch 9 to 5, 9 to 5's other games because I need to learn. Like, I'm not a bad Rexar player, don't get me wrong. I am vicious with my Rexar, rar, but. I also love basically what I'm getting from this is that the Rexar player is just really good at controlling multiple heroes. No, you don't get to be Rexar and Misha. No, you don't get to be Eric, Olaf, and Baylog. There we go. Thank you, brain. I love my brain. It's like my favorite organ. We do go ahead and get Diablo coming out once again. We do have to wonder if Mark is going to switch into the Dibble play. If so, I'm a bit surprised. Not because Mark was bad at Diablo, don't get me wrong, but because chat was surprised that Mark played Diablo, and then that game did not go well for 9 to 5. Like, they pulled out in the end, but if Diablo is not a comfort pick for Mark, I wouldn't want to run it again. So that might be Uwu actually be on the Diablo, or they might be trying to make a point. That's always possible. We do have the Johanna coming out, as well as the Rhaegar. Our combo from game number 1. Lucio is allowed through thanks to the Rexar ban. So fair once again. And man, that Lucio Vala combo, so oppressive in the first game. That scares me a little bit. Just a little bit. Did you go and get rid of the Sonya? Having seen Sonya in the first game, I do have to wonder if we'll have Leo coming out again. Leo is good at fighting for the point. Rexar is obviously better, but Rexar is not available. Interesting, they ban out the Rhaegar, even though they, or not the Greymane, even though they had the Greymane in the previous game. No, they didn't. Don't mind me. So Jacin gonna come in here and take Thrall away from the enemy team, and we do have Morpig once again on the Mike and Ike. Morpig once again on the Leoric. What am I talking about? You can tell when I start taking seconds and I look into what my next thing is. And do you ever do that where you're like typing to someone and you're typing a message and then you end up answering a question? You just start typing what you're saying. That's kind of what just happened to my brain. Okay, Artanis is actually really good into Leoric. And then we also have the Gaslow. A lot of bruisers. One more time. One more time. Google me. Who's it going to be? Okay, I do understand that pick. Tychus very good into Diablo, also good into all of the beef coming from the other side. Though to be fair, Gaslow does not have that much hit points, and Artanis, a lot of his is shields as opposed to actual HP. But here we go, game number 3. Hopefully we'll have a win from Winter is Coming because I don't want a 3-game series. I want a 5-game series. I'm very selfish like that. I get to be in front of you, all of you, and I don't want to give it up. Never want to give you up. Bets are up.
Prepare for combat.
Coming into game number 3 are the people trying to go ahead and win this with a 3-0 domination. We do go and have Mike and Ike on the Artanis, the hierarch of the Protoss. We do go and have Gazlo, the architect of Orgrimmar, coming in being played by Ubu Fitting. We're going to have Zombie Boss on Vala, the Demon Hunter. Ferret, Lucio, the Audio Mech. And then we are going to have Diablo is being played by Mark. Diablo, the Lord of Terror. I almost didn't give him an honorific, and if someone would have noticed, they'd be like, Raka, why do you hate Diablo? We do have on the other side of the battlefield, representing Winter is Coming, Twitch Jasin, coming out and playing Thrall, the best war chief. Fight me. More Pig coming out here and playing Leoric, the Skeleton King. Google Me gonna be on the bad man, Mr. Convict himself, Tychus. Pat Lesta on Rhaegar. The guy that used to own Thrall, like, I don't know what Rhaegar's title is. Does anyone know? And then the Crusader, Johanna, is being played by Press Forward. Actually, wait, no. Rhaegar used to own Varian, not Thrall.
Worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take control of the shrines.
So here we have this moving through. Both sides picking up their siege giants early on. Considering an invade, but nope, not gonna have time to get over there.
Capture the shrines. Inherit the Dragon Knight's power and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
Wait, Hockey, Garrosh was such a bad war chief, he got taken out by the Horde? Like, canonically, the Horde beat him? I'm going to have both top camps being taken over. Channel is available, but unlike on Braxis, you don't get anything for the channel unless you can actually get yourself a knight, and they could not. Pharaoh was going to beat Warpig to getting that, but then down below we did go ahead and have Winter is Coming. Get this taken care of. With that, oh, big stun coming through. Oh, come, you actually, wait, Gazlo. Yeah, no, Gazlo had a second stun coming in, and then Diablo flipped, Tychus out of the stun. There is Mark. Mark goes ahead and gets shredded down by Tychus. We do go ahead and have Rhaegar. Battle of the healers real quick. And Gazlo goes down. Winter is Coming off to an early lead once again. But we saw how that went the last time. Tychus, are you going to upgrade from Convict to Dargon? Nope. The answer, asked and answered. We do go in and have a Protector of Ire coming out of Artanis, already up to 59 stacks. That does mean that Artanis's every one of Artanis attacks does 5.9% extra damage.
Hero slain.
And I'm just gonna... Oh man, once again... Mark flips the Johanna into hitting everyone with, oh my god. Help! I am starting to develop the hiccups. This is not a good time. I play my flavored water. It's too delicious. Alright, sorry about that. Hopefully I have it somewhat under control. We're gonna find out in a second. I'm like terrified of saying that because I feel like immediately I'm going to hiccup again. Lots of damage from press 4. Press 4 moving in, not letting Mark go out of the way. There is the... Okay, that is Google Me on the wrong side of the battlefield. And we do go and have Mike Knight moving through, does not get anyone swapped. Google Me super, super low. They're trying to take down Tychus. They do so. Tychus goes down, and that is going to be a retreat. The Orc was not in this fight, so that was a 5 versus 4. Here's Leo. Do you guys remember the patch where you could actually channel the Dragon Knight by standing there? Obviously unintended, but oh, it was confusing for a time. Tychus is not here yet. This might be a little premature to try and jump in here and fight for this. There is the Ancestral Healing going in onto Mark, trying to keep them alive. Wrong team. Onto somebody. Big old Gravo comes in, massive stun, and that's going to be kill onto Rhaegar, as we do have 9 to 5 trying to fight back. There is Uwu Fitting trying to go ahead and stay into this fight. Google Me super, super low, even lower now. Alright, nice. Actually, ironically enough, they get the swap and then kill the other person. Yeah, Diablo, like, fighting Leoric is a bad idea. You're like the worst person on your team to fight Leoric. Just saying. And there's channel Google Me standing in the area to make sure that no one channels it too easily. Moving up onto this Artanis. That is going to give Morpig a momentary advantage. Morpig, you know, if you took this, there you go, yep. I feel like I'm coaching, and I should not be coaching because these players are way better than I am. If you didn't know, that's called the Trebek effect, where everyone thought Alex Trebek was like super smart. And I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying Trebek was dumb, but I'm saying Trebek, like, was given all, like, whenever he'd be like, yeah, that's correct. It's not like he knew the answer to every Jeopardy question. He just knew if the answer was correct because he had it on his podium. Okay, there's the Odin coming out. Now here's the thing, once again, there is no Johanna, so this is 3v3, only because Vala isn't here. But if Vala leaves and comes down, it's going to become lopsided rather quickly. Decides not to come in and fight this. I don't really blame them with the Odin being out. It's like, why would you fight the Odin if you don't have to? Here's Twitch just on. Oh, nice double Entomb. We do have a kill on Diablo. Diablo does drop the souls. Well, we have 25 souls. Bottom is controlled, but obviously everyone went down there. Everyone, get in here. I will never be an innkeeper. Alright, we do go ahead and have Leo gets taken out by Artanis in the middle. Artanis up to 16.8% bonus damage on their attacks. We do go ahead and have the Thrall. The Thrall being taken out by the Orc being taken out by the Goblin. How many times do you get to say that? Actually, anyone that knows about WoW lore, who is the war chief right now? Like, because Sylvanas is kind of, like, unavailable for the, continual future, but I don't know if they, like, assigned a new war chief. Oh, nice. Odin comes out and manages to unstoppable the Dragon Knight. Not gonna be able to boot it away. You have to wonder, does it hurt the Dragon Knight's foot to try and, like, boot, the Odin? I feel like it would. I feel like that would be unpleasant. We do have a level lead for 9 to 5. About, 25% of a level.
His strength was never yours to keep.
There should be a, like, joke mode of this game where, you know, because it says his strength was never yours to keep, where you actually get to go in and, like, you can draft the different, like, map objectives. Grave Golem versus Dragon Knight versus Zerg Wave. Sky Temple Laser would not be available because I don't know how that one feels unbeatable. Alright, we do have the Gravel come out. Gravel did not pick anyone up, nor did the APOC. But we do go ahead and have Gaslow being taken out first and foremost. Ferric goes and moves out of danger. Although that unfortunately does leave everyone else in danger. Twitch Jason goes an Ancestral Killing coming down, and that is going to be a double kill for Winter is Coming. Very, very, very low Siege Giants, but here's a fun fact. Siege Giants do the same damage no matter what their hit point total is.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
More pig. So Mike and Ike goes ahead and picks up the top kill, up to basically 25% bonus damage on their attacks. Has definitely been stacking out of control.
Control both shrines.
I do think once you get to 300 stacks or thereabouts, then Protector of Ire becomes more or less the same as Amateur Opponent in terms of the bonus damage it does to like mercenary camps and objectives and things like that. And you might be like, well, shouldn't it be 500 stacks because that's 50% bonus damage? Yeah, but Protector of Ire does the bonus damage on every attack and not just the W. But that was a double pickup. Meanwhile, I'm talking about game theory here, and meanwhile, Winter's Coming does lose 2 people in engagement with 9 to 5. Oh, Morpig might be in a bad spot. Nope, they don't pull the trigger. Never mind, they pull the trigger.
The
And 9 to 5 becomes a dragon. Oh, and that's killing Johanna as well. This is starting to look a little bit 9 to 5-y. Like, it was very, very close for a very, very long time, but they're starting to run away with it. This is going to be the first fort of the game going down at level 20. But I got a sneaky suspicion it won't be the last. And then just to spite me, 9 to 5 just push for keep and straight to core so they don't have to fight, kill any more forts. And don't you feel dumb, Raka? With that being said, we do go and have a lot of damage being done to the bottom of the map. I used to always refer to it as a hat trick whenever you would get all 3 forts in the same objective phase. I had to stop that because I actually found out there is a in-game award. It will give you the hat trick award if you get the first 3 kills of the match. I'd never seen it before, but we got it one night. Alright, there's a kill onto Goslow, trying to go in there, but Potlusta going to be taken out by that strafe. So, Vala going in and trying to clean up. There is a swap out for Jason, but Jason goes down as well. There is the nuke coming down. Lots of damage onto Mark. Mark down to about 200 health. Mike and I says, oh, okay, we're not fighting anymore, cool. I'm gonna pick up these guys. Now they have let their foot off the gas for a second, and they do have a person advantage. I'm not sure that painting them out blue is the right call right now. I guess Gaslow was also, yeah, like they were a person up. I do go and have the Mickey Mouse talent picked up for Gaslow. There's a big old blind coming down from Artanis. We do have a lot of damage. Potlusta does go ahead and self-ancestral, best ancestral. There's the second one, and there is the APOC coming down. Nowhere to go, Mr. Gaslow, as Gaslow does get taken out by the Entomb, and that is a 3-for-0 kill for Winter is Coming.
Take hold of the shrines. Earn the Dragon Knight.
So I got a suspicion that Winter is Coming is about to be a dragon. However, they may also lose this bottom keep. Oh my god! Oh, that's frustrating. 53 health on that keep. Hey, Artanis,
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to
just, you know, use that and take out the... So they are moving in. They still have about 15 seconds until everyone, including Artanis, is back. I do have to wonder if we'll see it instantly as soon as Artanis spawns. Ah, no. It's available. So technically, the first fort of the game is taken by Winter is Coming. Artanis could have gotten that feather in his team's cap, but no. There is the flank coming in, a big Gravo coming out, but there is the silencing Entomb, and this is going to be, oh my goodness, massive cleanup on aisle 6. We have Vala going down. Goodbye, Uwu Fitting. We do have the Lucio going down. Mark is not long for this world. Mark and Mike and Ike, the only ones still around, not able to finish off Potlusta, but they do get the Tygus. But I'm just not sure that matters, as they're going to start marching in. Only Artanis is left to defend, and there are 4 people attacking this core right now. Lincrib, I'm not sure your witchcraft is sufficient. Pot Lesta looking very, very low. But not as low as blue team. And they are through the shields, they're trying to do damage. Mike and Ike trying to do everything they can. They're only about 10 seconds away from a lot of the rest of their team coming out, so that they can just, and they do bait out the Entomb, but it does not matter. Game number 3 does go to Winter's Gaming, and we got a series here, ladies and gentlemen. Will not be a 3-0. Every hour, we get closer to Winter and deeper into the seat of their power. Looking at the stats. Come over to the screen. I'm vain. Like, I'm sorry. But looking at the stats, we do go ahead and have 101,000 damage coming out of Twitch Jason. Google Me coming out with 93. So I want to point that out. Thrall doing more damage than the percent guy into this team. Now, to be fair, Thrall did take Ancestral Wrath, so does also have 8% ability, but still, that's impressive. Volatus come out with 86,000. We do go ahead and have, in terms of healing, Rhaegar slightly out healing Ferret, but super, super close. Only about 1,000 separate the two of them. And then we do go and get the experience contribution. Leoric does out-soak the Artanis. A little bit more committed to that double soak. Artanis going down there to brawl it up a bit. I don't know how many stacks we had at the end. I wouldn't be surprised if it was over 300. But, we are going into game number... Nope, sorry. Everyone, stick around a bit more, because we'll be in game number 4. I did it for games 2 and 3. I've got to do it for 4. I've got to figure out something for 5. See you in just a second, guys. Here we go. Sorry about that. Very, very, very hectic couple of games, and I'm guessing the players were just like ready to go. They're like, we have to go to work, and then when it was a 3-0, they're like, okay, now my platter needs attention, and I was guilty as well, so I can't really say anything. But here we go. First pick and first ban going inside of 9-5. Winter is coming. Did opt? Well, 9-5. Opt for first pick. Winter is coming. Did opt to bring us to Alterac. Not surprising, that's another kind of big 3-lane map where they can like press a macro advantage. Though, unlike Volskaya, the map objective is actually very, very relevant. Well, hi there, Hokatster. What do you think about the match? What would you do to no camp if you were on the map? Oh, calm down, easy. Your paws are for standing. You don't need your claws for that. Da, 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 da. You're a good cat, you know that? I like you. Guys, we finally got a Rexar. This has been foretold in the annals of history. I have got to quit wearing shorts. My legs get so abused by the cat. It's hard because I like my legs and I want to see them. But, we do go ahead and get Anduin being banned out. So, looking back, I got completely distracted by this little lump. Second lump cat. But we do have Lucio and the Lost Vikings being banned out, as well as Anduin. On the side of Winter is Coming, Loktosh Garrosh, Blase, and then Junkrat being taken out by 9-5. We will go in and get Johanna, Vala, and Rexar. So no healer just yet for Winter is Coming. Rhaegar is picked up. Pat Lista really, really, really wants that. And Tahaka has been banned out a lot, so both sides kind of getting an offlaner. They've been denied. I wonder if that was a secret agreement between the two teams. It's very possible. We do go in and get a Nubarak. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. So we're going to have the Deckard. Anduin not being allowed and apparently not going for Stukov. They go for Deckard. Deckard very, very good at maps like this because he can set a lot of pots up on the point. We do also go in with the Grey Mane. Li Ming going to be being played by Zombie Boss. Zombie. I want to try and fix my hair by looking at my preview monitor because it's reversed. And yep, Google Me going to play. They're going to go for the same kind of strategy that went for in map 2, which is you can't leave a lane undefended. The Zebo will show up and just be mean to your chickens. By your chickens, I mean your base defenses. I still don't quite understand how Zebo is able to poison a wall, but you know what? He's able to do so, and I'm not going to argue. But we're going into game number 4. Let me go ahead and get the predictions up. I will see you in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Ooh, very, very fast load. I like it. So looking into game number 4, we do go ahead and have Ferret is playing the Older Man Deckard Cain. Mark will be on the Valhalla. We do go and get Zombie Boss on Li Ming. Rexar is being played by Mike and Ike. Misha is also being played by Mike and Ike. Or is it more correct to say Rexar is being played by Mike and Misha is being played by Ike? And Uwu Fitting is going to be on the Johanna once again. So get me up before you Jojo. Pat Lessa going to be going in and playing the Rhaegar. We do have Google Me on the Nazebo. Drevs coming out here on the Dehek and Dahaka. We do have Twitch Jason coming out here and playing the Greymane. And then press forward on the Anubarak. GLHF is called by Ubu Fitting. Now here's the thing. On the one hand, you might be like, well, you know, we only need one game for 9 to 5, so they're probably favored. They're also higher in the division standings. However, what I would say... Oh. Let me move over to here. That way you all can't see the mini-map. That way people can't come in and get a competitive advantage. But what I would say is that game number 2 100% looks like a winter is coming victory. And so because of that... I'm not going to allow, I'm not going to say, well, 9 to 5 are favored because they're up 2 to 1, because they really should have been. I'm not going back in the game. So we do have Google Me coming on in here. Google Me Gaming is taken care of. Moving up to the top lane now is 2v1. The Lizzie one needs to be a little bit careful. Did avoid the Johanna Ring of Destiny. Looking at our talents at level 1. We do go and have Nazebo. Nazebo actually going to think of the deep this time. So really, really, really pushing for that end game. In addition to that, we do go and have Nancy Jolie, so Dahaka's race car build coming out, and then Creed the Hunter on Vala. No stacks so far. Vala's only been able to shoot nulls, and they don't count unless they're Hogger. Mark shows up with like a Hogger mask. We like, can you put this on? With that being taken care of, we do go and have press forward, leading the way, trying to go and get this pushed down, pushed out, push up and push down. And they actually get the... I did not think... I was just kind of like casually watching this. I didn't really think that there was any chance they would kill someone like inside the base defenses, but... There went Deckard Cain. Stay a while and ow. Oh, Misha goes down.
The horde keeping some of our soldiers prisoner. Get ready to free them.
So we have Mike and Ike up here waiting for Misha to come back. No actual damage to the real hero. Does Misha just respond? I'm surprised we didn't have a tongue ready to go. I thought Mike and Ike was dead for sure. I thought as soon as that finished that there'd be a tongue landing on Rexar. Here's a big engagement. Press forward, goes ahead and has to retreat. I feel like I keep saying that. I never talk about when press forward actually moves forward. Now that is going to be Jason and Pat Lesta is taken care of. Getting the priority on this middle lane push. They will have earlier camps, where's the game as long as they stay on top of it. There goes the wall. It starts to move up and then they move back. Not both sides kind of like half-heartedly checking to make sure no one's getting this, but neither side actually interested in fighting over it. Instead, once again, they're like, no, we just hate this Rexar specifically. And this time they do get him to go down. However, while they do that, there is a push into their middle lane. Rotation down or deal with it, but being led by Pat Lesta, maybe not the vanguard you want. $54 stacks with Think of the Deep. That does mean 5% extra spell power. Oh, Li Ming actually survives. Google me a little bit behind. Forward goes in. Now keep in mind, as in Dubarak, he can do exactly what you see him doing right now, where he just leaves his beetles in order to keep the Alliance guards taken care of, and just pick this up by, he doesn't need the rest of his team. Usually you want to go in there with a concerted group, because you don't want to take the time to kill the guards and then channel. Alright, we do have a kill onto that, but I do believe Press Forward is going to pay the price, and possibly Jason as well. Went deep for that Li Ming, and I'm not sure she was worth it, because it was a 2-for-1 in favor of 9 to 5. Li Ming is obviously very, very annoying whenever, because she could just like fight from relative safety, and I think that was just a statement Winter's coming being like, you are not safe. I'm 98 stacks. We're almost done with Thing of the Deep. 10% bonus spell power. Alright, they do go in and get Misha, but obviously losing an actual hero like Rhaegar is more problematic. Here comes Li Ming out of the hole, and an instant tongue from Dahaka, very, very well timed. Li Ming had nowhere to go. Dahaka going extinct once more. Ferret moving in there. Google me super, super, super low. Does have Thing of the Deep, but also has a all expense paid trip back to the Hall of Storms. I'm actually surprised that Misha got so far away from Rexar. Usually Misha ends up leashing whenever I'm that far apart, and I'm sure it was like right at the very, very edge. Very heads up play. They need advanced social healing coming down onto Greymane. Drevs is in here, able to burrow in and get here basically immediately. Vala has respawned, as is Nazebo. Both of those two are on their way back. They're making their way back. I really like music. I hope you can tell. Underbrock does go down. A little bit of damage onto that. We do have the Gargantuan. Gary the Gargantuan being removed from combat, and Mark gonna go and get this channel the rest of the way. Also, a decent bit of damage got done up here in the top lane. Hi! Oh my gosh, that almost felt mean. As a Rexar main, I felt that, and it did not feel good. Let me just tell you. Oh my god, we've got 9 to 5 getting cleaned up by Winter is coming. Winter's gaming. Winter SC, just moving through it. Now there is the objective out, but they definitely cannot support it when they just lost 3 of their own.
You can knock it down, get right back up.
And yep, indeed, the objective didn't, like, the wall is down at almost 1 fort up top. The wall is gone middle. This is the one that took the most damage, but it was the one that was already pushed. I'm not actually sure this did any damage. I think might be the status of what it was before the objective even came out. Nice job, Mike. Staying safely behind the protection of Ike.
More of our soldiers have been taken.
Alright, Google takes a bunch of damage, actually gets taken out. That is going to be Nazebo going down. We are up to 70 stacks on Vala's ability. Zombie boss is being hunted down like a Resident Evil villain. You may have jukes for days, but you don't have hit points for days. And we do actually have a Winter's Coming starting the bottom boss, but meanwhile, up top, Rexar has not been sitting idle, and that is going to be the first fort of the game.
What the Storm Pike Guard can do.
Go, Misha! Did go Hungry Bear, surprising. I don't usually see Hungry Bear as a talent. So definitely a Misha-based build, but still does go Aspect of the Hawk to level 13. That one's the talent that will turn Rexar into Zul'jin for a second. I'm going to roll it down here. Going to continue to work on this. Trying to go ahead and stop this from doing too much free damage. I was going to say, it will probably still get the fort, but with Li Ming here, I think that changes the math some. And they do secure that. Mark and Zombie Boss moving up here to the middle. Drevs is out in the lane, a little bit isolated. Mark goes in and gets some free attacks, but does wisely back off. There's Gary out here trying to go ahead and screen the approach. Stay a while and listen, going on stopping press forward, but they've only got 10 seconds, so I'll take this back. Misha goes down. And Winter is Coming, he's pushing back along the way. They did go and take out Johanna. Johanna down for another 30 seconds. And here come the Wolf Riders. Should definitely secure this bottom fort. Top is likely, but it depends on... because this is where the push is happening, and they can't contest them directly. So yeah, there go all 3 forts. And we do got the Horde beating on the Alliance gates to their inner sanctum. I mean, that had to take a moment to yawn. Right. Vala going in deep. Vala really, really wanted that, and unfortunately pays the price for it. 9 to 5 is looking a little bit sketch at the moment, unfortunately. They are down 2 levels. They are about to be down the storm talent tier. And the aggression is coming. Vala down for another 30 seconds. There's the first people of the game going down. Press forward, going ahead and looking for another avenue of attack. Not going to push into the actual boss. Boss still has 40% shielding, so they don't want to try and deal with that just yet. Are they just going back to their null camp? I wonder about that. I'm surprised they don't go for boss, because then now they're going for boss when their opponents have everyone up. Though Johanna is not with the other team, I don't think they can actually engage into this just yet. They're also down 20, which is probably one of the big decision makers.
The Horde's captured more of our troops. You know what to do.
Make through some damage to the wall. Wall going down in just a second. I think the fort is quick to follow. Seriously, the wall not actually... Just 13 health? I thought it was poisoned for sure. And once again, we have Winter is coming, going ahead and channeling this, trying to get another wave coming through. This is going to be terrible. The boss is down to 20% shielding. Knolls are up. Not quite level 20, but we're very, very close on our blue side. This might do it. Yep, 20 is achieved at this point, so blue can be a little bit more aggressive. Does not have to be as passive. There is Drevs. Drevs goes in and gets a tongue down onto Rexar once again. Johanna is inside the cocoon, but is out. And there goes that Rexar. The Rexar we waited forever to see. Not getting the best showing, unfortunately. Alright, we have this guy. Now keep in mind, he does have 20% shielding, so it's going to take a little bit more damage to kill him than it otherwise should. Lots of damage going through, and that's going to be Li Ming. Li Ming getting caught by the Dahaka tongue. I definitely feel like in game number 5, assuming there is one, which definitely looks like there should be, Dahaka is not making it through that ban phase. That Dahaka was oppressive, for sure. Like, I was very much worried about, Winter's Coming, and I did not need to be. So that is going to be game number 4 going to Winter's Coming. Game number 5 will be achieved, and I said I wanted a game 5, so now I can be unbiased, and I can just say I don't care who wins from this point. I wanted game 5, and I got it. I rule. But with that being said, we do go ahead and have, in terms of damage, Google Me leading the way, 71,000 damage. Of course, on an 18-minute game. 43,000 on Twitch Jisen. And then 32 from Drevs. Top 3 damage dealers all on the red team. Top healing also from the red team. Hello. A very unusual, great play from Pat Lesta. 70,000. And then, Drevs coming out here with the side soak advantage. 22,000 side soak over the course of the game, beating out Rexar's 14. talents. We have them. We'll be back for game number 5 in just a little bit. So give me a high five for game number 5. I've never tried to make up a rhyme for game 5 before, and I need more work. Bob and Jive for game number 5. I don't know. See you in a second.
the queen.
Welcome to our 5th and final match. 9 to 5 has 2 points. Winter is Coming has 2 points. Why am I... There we go. I'm like, I should be more centered. But yeah, both sides have 2 points. This is the rubber match. I officially do not care who wins this. I always push for a game 5, and now I have it. We do have Dahaka being banned out. I 1000% get it. I predicted that would happen. I had a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Would you go ahead and get Junkrat coming out, as well as Lucio? By coming out, I mean being banned out. We have these characters not coming out. Apparently, both teams hate Overwatch. Last ban will be the Sonya. Rexar once again being allowed, although it kind of felt like they had an answer for Rexar last time, though their answer was largely Dahaka, and Dahaka is banned. So we may still see the Beastmaster.
The crusade calls.
Johanna being the first pick. Once again, Pat Lesta. Pat Lesta really likes that hero. Played it 5 times in a row. Who else we got? So we will have the Skeleton King coming out. Bit of a surprise early pick. Although, granted, on Tomb, wave clear is supremely important. But yeah, it's like, very often I like to, whenever I have last pick, I like to save it for the off lane, because that's the 1v1 fight. But on this map, it is small enough, the rotations are fast enough. That is the big thing that kind of gives me pause. Like, on the one hand, Winter is Coming does very well with big maps, where they can punish the enemy team for not being in all places at once. On the other hand, though, I have definitely felt like the counter engage of Winter is Coming is very, like, you'll have Winter is Coming does well in the early game, then 9 to 5 does well in the mid game, then Winter is Coming does well again in the late game. We do have the Lost Vikings being removed. Kind of a surprise pick. I don't see a lot of Vikings play on this map. It's so small that you can rotate, and like the Vikings can't get as much value because there's just always someone showing up in their lane every second of the day. I apologize. I'm losing the ability to speak.
Tremble before me. Ilneus will rise again.
Twitch Jason, coming out of that gray main, the Executioner. Oh, that's a pick. Okay, so we've got Imperius coming out. Imperius is definitely going to make Diablo's life difficult, especially at 20, but very good engage. The big problem that I see with this is that Imperius does not have the best wave clear. Before 7, his wave clear is absolutely terrible, and even after 7, his wave clear is good for 1 wave out of every other wave. So I feel like he can get pushed in, especially by the likes of Leoric. But there's Google once again on the Nazebo. I mean, to be fair, both games that Winter's Coming out have won, Google Me was on Nazebo, so I get it. But here we go, going into the game. Predictions are up one last time. Let's see where we go with this. All right, coming into game number 3, or game number 5, what would be a game 3 in any other series, but this is best of 5, so we're all the way to game 5. We have Uwu Fitting coming out here onto the Johanna. Zombie Boss is going to be on the Orphea. I know it's Orvia, but I want to say Orphea. Tazaface is being played by Mark. We have Ferret on Anduin, the lad, and then Mike and Ike are going to be the Angel of...
5, 4, 3, 2.
What is Imperious? Angel of Righteousness? But it's going to be on Purius, the stab man. On the other side, representing Winter is Coming, we do have Drevs coming out here and playing the Leoric, the Skeleton King. Press Forward playing Diablo. A lot of Diablo heroes in this map. We do have Pot Lusta on that there Rhaegar, Nazebo on a Diablo hero, and then Twitch Jason is going to be playing that Grey Daddy. Lots of damage going through. Diablo being very aggressive considering he has no souls yet, or has very, very few souls. Technically he has 7. We also do have, once again, Thing of the Deep coming out of Nazebo, going to be getting that extra spell power in order to ramp up. Give him a little bit of a power spike early game. It's not as oppressive as some of his other builds when we get to late game. But you know what? His level 20 is already oppressive enough, I would say. Greymane down at the bottom, going in and taking this out. Imperious did take Burn the Impure. So definitely, once again, that is the one you go, especially if you want to be very, very mean to Diablo late game. Because at level 20, your marks don't go away, and you just start doing 7.5% bonus damage every auto attack. I'm sorry, that's the wrong way of saying it. It's 7.5% of the hero's maximum health adds bonus damage every auto attack. It's not like your auto attack goes up by 7%. That would not be a oppressive talent. Alright, Leoric is moving up. This is another thing, I like the push power coming out of Winter is Coming, especially in the early game, is just going to bury 9 to 5. But we've all seen how 9 to 5 can turn things around. There is the spooky walkout. I thought Anduin showed up and was scary for just a second, then Anduin wandered off again. You know who didn't wander off? It's going to be Diablo, as Diablo went a little bit deep. He was in too deep. Yeah, Google Me wasn't even here. I feel like there was a bit of a miscommunication, because I don't know why Diablo was on the attack without one of their main damage dealers. We do have Drevs coming through. Lots of damage. Leo not going to be able to survive this, but there is a nice zombie walk from being able to get away with unscathed. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Fast forward, moving down, trying to go and get this taken care of. Here's Pat Lista. Does not actually get the kills. That is 2 kills to 0 in favor of 9 to 5 thus far. I guess that's true. I'm always bad at zooming out. I know a lot of people cast from all the way out here, but to me, I'm like, I don't want to watch the match from orbit. Yeah, we can zoom out a bit. I keep forgetting to do that. So we do go and have this moving back. Drev's going to move out here, trying to go and get this taken care of. The blue team did take the bottom camp, obviously, and we'll get this tower off of it. Likely won't get anything else. Meanwhile, here in the middle, a big engagement as Diablo goes down. Diablo not quite up to 100 souls, which is actually good for this stage of the game. You don't want the short reset. You want to have more health whenever you're fighting.
Descend and destroy the blue team.
This is what top lane is going to be priority for Winter is Coming. Not surprisingly, this is the boss lane. So if you want to weaken up defenses, this is where the later pushes will be the most valuable. Although as I say that, that is going to be a kill coming out of Winter is Coming. Bringing up 2 kills to their opponent's 3. But it does look like the Spider is being cleaned out of top lane, and the aggression has moved into mid lane. Despite the fact that Spider there is already dead, only Spider actually alive is down here at the bottom, but this is getting cleaned up by the fort. Yeah, I don't see Malevolence a whole lot. We have Apocalypse.
Destroy their constructs. Reclaim the gems of my power.
I almost wonder if that's a misclick. Granted, Diablo has gotten picked off a couple of times, so he may be. Although I don't know, because that's certainly not going to help his survivability at all. Skeleton King going back to the tomb of the Spider Queen. It's literally true because Bjork doesn't go anywhere. Bjork kind of stays right where they are. Big sun coming down. There is a root. Drenny not going to be able to escape. A lot of damage on the press forward. Does charge Mark. That may have been a bad idea because now where are you going? Oh, you're going to press forward? I gotcha. There was the ult, a lot of damage onto Patlessa. Looking for another stab. I don't know that they have it. But Tassadar goes ahead and with the tickle beam, goes ahead and hits with the very, very edge of it. And does clean out Rhaegar. 6 kills to 2 in favor of 9 to 5. I always love that voice line. It's taken from the game where it's like, your power grows by your enemy's hands. But they just gotta change it to, by your blue team's hands. And it just cracks me up every single time. Here we have the blue webbing her face. A lot of attention being paid to the top lane for the same reasons. Although, right as I said, I keep talking about how they're prioritizing top lane, and then they keep leaving top lane. That should make it very hard for me to pretend I know what I'm talking about. Oh, Drevs gets caught by the way of death. Thankfully, there's really nothing down here to, like, gank him. But we do have the middle fort being cleaned up by our blue team. Bottom fort, of course, already cleaned up by the red team. Level 13 talents available for both teams. Still have not had a 13 pickup from Imperius yet. We'll have devastating charge. That one does not surprise me as much, although, yeah, I feel like he's switching because the last time he had a charge-based build and this time he doesn't. But he's like going into charge-based talents now. Oh, really? One turn. Mark! 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 Okay, I guess that's acceptable. So we do have 9 to 5, going and getting another turn in. They have taken down the Leoric. The Leoric will be back in 14 seconds, probably a little bit before.
My power shall aid you. Has come. Run, red team.
Right there is Dres. Dres getting aggressed upon significantly. Will go in and escape. Zombie wall in order to zone out the other team. Can we finally look at top lane? Because I keep saying it's happening and it never happens. Alright, Diablo does go down. That does consume most of their souls. Obviously, they go back to 25 because they are at least level 10.
My web wings have fallen. Gather gems. We destroy
We do go and have the boss being taken right now inside of 9 to 5. Trying to go and get this taken care of. No response from the other team. They don't want to move into 16s. Or they want to move in against 16s. Or they don't quite realize this is happening, one of the two. They should go in and get their own web weavers turned in, though. Oh, this might be bad. This is very close. They are right there. They will get it turned in.
Come, my children. Join the red ones in battle.
So red web weavers coming out, but of course we do have the boss up here on fort, or on keep. The boss is being left to push completely unassisted. Rest team focusing on cleaning this up. They will clean. I do actually like this. You might say, well, why don't they start with the bottom one? That's the lane that is the most pushed. The big reason is because their opponents, if they come down and try and stop them, they have to get pretty far behind. And on this side, it's a much, much more dangerous maneuver. So they're like, we'll push middle because our opponents aren't here because they're working on the boss. Then we'll push bottom because it is less safe for opponents to go to. But it does look like Winter is Coming has kind of scouted that and realized it. So they are pushing top lane. Web Weaver was delayed, of course, by the fact that the boss had the lane pushed all the way. Keep in mind, this is also happening.
Clutch is ready to form again. Return the gems to me.
Get this taken care of. Zebo obviously finished with Thing of the Deep. Is at 189 stacks of Voodoo Ritual. Although Winter is Coming is still over a level behind, so you need to be careful actually fighting into this. There is the pull out to Mike and Ike. Lots of damage, but that's going to be Orphea going down. Unstoppable is used in order to stop Johanna from being stopped. Panthers. That's a bit of a weird split coming outside of 9 to 5. Like 2 of them were up here and the other 3 were down below. I think Ferret may pay for that, and yes indeed, the lad goes down. So we go and have Urufiti does not want to fight this too much. Like, this is what the problem they have. They want to fight, like they're at level 20, so they don't want to necessarily fight, but their opponents are getting a lot of experience prio, and they can't really move out into the lane right now with Anduin dead, so they're risking losing their experience advantage by the fact that their opponents can move into the lanes and they can't. Level 19 all. There's still about a 40% lead for the side of 9 to 5. Red team does, well, it's hard to say because red team does have Silence and Tomb and Naz at 20, and both of those are absolute powerhouses, but Imperius's level 20 is just going to absolutely wreck Diablo and Leoric. So we do have level 20. This is actually a really good fight for 9 to 5. 9 to 5 wants to push this right now. Their opponents do not yet have level 20. And if they can keep their opponents from getting level 20, because now they get to be the big dog on in the schoolyard. So the Web Weaver pushing forward. Wall is down and they are going in on keep. Every single fort is down at this point. Both teams do have level 20 at this point as well. Nazeebo, of course, does already have Viral Infection completed. Kind of a good play here, although also I'm not sure I like it, because like this is super obvious and they will be fighting a boss with all of their opponents still up. I feel like this could be invaded, and they were a little obvious that they went here, but it does look like that Winter's Coming is not going to contest this. Winter's Coming going ahead and trying to get a tournament, and they will do so. So I say, chasing Leoric is a bad idea. So that middle lane is going to be a problem. It will push relatively unopposed. Is there a, yep, it's got a wave with it as well. We do go and have our blue team move back in order to try and deal with it. Make sure it can't get any free damage. But a lot of the... There's just a bit of a miscommunication. Like, a lot of the orange team, but Leoric did stay back in order to help the top one. Here's the Silencing and Tomb coming down. Ferret goes ahead and gets... not cleaned up. Hello, 9 to 5 with an incredible turnaround. We do go in it. Oh, but Johanna's gone. Are we gonna have a pause? Are they going to play with the Johanna? Okay, Johanna is back. So that is really a 5 for nothing. Like, obviously Diablo did come back because Diablo had souls, but I very much agree with this. Your opponents are down for almost a full minute. You can go in there. You are leaving very, very weak web weavers knocking at the doors. Can they do this? I'm not sure. Their opponents are back in about 30 seconds at the longest, about 10 seconds at the shortest. There's the APEC. APEC gets the stun onto the... Yeah, they're just not letting Tassadar do anything, but there goes Diablo. That's a real death. They're looking in here. They're trying to go in and get this closed out. The core is being shredded. Leo does go ahead and move back very, very quickly, but the core is down to 50%. Here comes Greymane. They are moving back in, but it is just too little too late. And with that amazing cleanup at their middle gate, we do have 9-5. End up winning game number 3, winning the best of 5, and winning Division A. Let's see if we can get an interview right quick. Alright, and with that being said, we do go ahead and get coming on in here. Looking at the stats, we do have, once again, Google Me leading the way in terms of damage. Nazeebo, 65,000 coming out, 52,000 coming out from the zombie boss, and Mark coming out with 40,000. In terms of healing, Ferret does out-heal Potlessa, but again, I point this out all the time, the top damage is red, so the top healing being blue is not really surprising. Like, there's more to heal. That's just how it works. And we are being joined right now by at least 2 people.
Uh-oh. Only 2?
Yeah, now up to 4. I didn't know who all was coming. Hashtag don't blame me.
Now we just can't be joined by our solo or off laner because he gets to run the work. He's running late now.
Yeah, he actually might run late. Oopsie.
Oops.
Where does he work that he has to go now?
It's like 20 minutes away. Something like that.
That would be a question for Mark. Mark, where does your brother work?
He works HVAC.
No.
He has to make sure his servers don't overheat at night.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that totally seems like a job that you don't actually need someone for.
But it's free money, so like...
Who actually uses the servers?
Right.
But very much congratulations. Oh my gosh, that was a very sweaty series. I will say, and I doubt you'll be surprised, I was not sure where Game 5 was going. In fact, to be fair, after the fact that you won Game 2 and kinda didn't deserve it, I was a little, like, if I had to bet, I would have bet against you, no offense. But you definitely pulled it through.
No,
We just
yeah,
win those
we had a
clutch
lot of mistakes
fights.
on game 2. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot of clutch moments that just kind of worked out in our favor. The other team was definitely, they did their research. They had a game plan that was pretty good. We just managed to come out on top enough times.
Yeah, how? Because I guarantee you, if it had been my team, when you got the 5-person wipe at your gate in Game 5 and just ran across the map and went to their core, with only like 20 seconds on some of them to come back, how much infighting was there on actually committing to core at that point? Because my team would not have actually had the cojones to go through with it, I don't think.
Everyone was on page.
I think we all ran for it.
I think we all just started yelling core. I don't even know if one person did
Yeah, we
anything
had
different.
the Archon up. We had like a lot of healing. I had the Variance Legacy and
Honestly, with just Leoric and Diablo.
Yeah, the only problem was that our tank had DC'd at that moment.
Yeah.
And so, but we
I was having a lot of internet problems.
Yeah.
But honestly, with just the Leoric and Diablo at the end, I was not worried because I think I blew them up so fast too. So they just were not a real issue in that core fight.
Well, I do have to ask, first of all, do you think the reason you were having some internet issues is because the servers were overheating because the HVAC person didn't come to work?
I gotta imagine this is Michael's fault.
Yeah. We're blaming it on him.
Second, more serious question is how frustrating was it? Because I saw the Twilight Archon come out, and then I kept saying Diablo was like, no, stand over here, don't hit the core. No, go over here, don't hit the core. And I can just imagine you being like, no, I don't care about you. I want to hit the core.
I was yelling at everyone to just hit the core.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw him flipping you around for an hour, I turned on him just to kill him quickly, and I blew him up so fast. I think that was helpful.
True.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that Imperius, I was like, Imperius, if they get to 20, Imperius is going to be an absolute nightmare for Diablo.
Yeah, the Diablo was really squishy.
That was definitely the plan. And our offlaner he's not the most experienced on Imperius, but he felt confident.
I think we all were at a certain point.
I believed in him too. We were like, we're just gonna get to that point, and then we're gonna hope it works out for us.
Well, it certainly did. Yeah, I was a little bit sad. I saw poor Rexar banned out the whole match, and then when I finally get to see Rexar come out, then Dahaka was just very, very bully.
Yeah, no, we got bullied so hard.
I have to admit this. I did not mean to ban Blaze. I was
to ban
Dahaka, and I did not realize I banned Blaze until someone else pointed it out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I didn't realize I banned Blaze until they picked Dahaka, and you said, wait, what?
Hello?
Yeah, that Dahaka was so oppressive.
Yeah, we knew that Dahaka was going to be a problem, so we had intended to ban it, and then I had actually suggested to pick it, but no one listens to me, so...
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... Didn't we... I don't remember what happened in the direct, other than me fucking up really bad and clicking the wrong thing. We banned Dahaka every game except that one. Would you believe it?
And they capitalized it. They showed us why we were banning it.
It's almost like we're bad against Dahaka.
Oh, man.
I did have one question from chat that came up during Game 5. Press forward. We basically never see Malevolence at 7. Was that were you having to like rotate the build, or was that a misclick, or what was the reason for that talent specifically?
Who?
Press forward.
No, she's asking for Diablo, the enemy team.
I'm smart, so never mind.
Yeah.
I think we asked the same thing, did we not? We were like questioning that as well. Weren't we? Like we were like wondering why the Diablo went a specific talent.
Oh no, that was Leoric.
Or was it Leoric?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had to rely on our micro that whole series. I'm gonna be honest.
That whole
We
game.
finally got our act together in Game 5. Macro. We just completely won off of just team fighting.
I also realized that like a lot of our drafts that we did, we picked 2 squishy range assassins into a Grey main that we know is gonna pick Grey main. So
that was on us.
Yeah, that's.
Grey main was a monster. I'd say that.
At least you learned your lesson and picked Tassadar and Orphean Game 5. Never mind.
No, by the Orphea tanky. You would not be impressed with it.
At that point, we just kind of had it figured out. They ran the comp, at least. I mean, they ran Rhaegar and Greymane every single game, pretty much.
Yep.
We were aware of what we needed to do against them.
Also, I'm just gonna say 100% win rate Orphea. It was over as soon as I picked it. Like I don't know.
I know we lost 200% win rates that series. I'm kind of sad.
We kept the important one. Let's be honest.
Yeah. My thrall's at 100 now. My thrall's crazy. I'm just kidding.
It's cracked.
No,
you should ban it.
I got my Gazla game. We lost that one though.
Do you want to say?
We tried a lot of.
That last team fight though in that game
Oh my god, dude.
definitely
Yeah.
worthy of being like the finishing, like the closing fight of
Oh
the,
yeah,
Yeah.
full on
the grand
ace.
finals.
So, I didn't see it. I started the fight, I used all of my cooldowns, and then I was gone. I disconnected mid-fight. I have no idea what happened. I saw Anthony ult, and then it was just gone. It was I couldn't see anything anymore.
I got my ulti and everyone was gone. The fight was over.
I was
Yeah.
panicking because I was like, we need to end the game on this player, else we're cooked.
I was honestly playing out of position. I was going a little too aggro, and then I see the Leoric coming from up top, and then I just felt like zombie or the worst. I knew he could make something out of this because they were all going to collapse on me, and I was just praying.
Yeah, I saw the opportunity.
Being Anduin and just being playing the character, I was just praying that I'm gonna walk out of this Leoric cage, and then light bomb myself, and then luckily I was able to survive. And then suddenly my health bar was like filled with shields because I also had my W, and I was able to hit them all stacked. And that was
Hey,
a miracle play.
I put my
You
shield
get-
on
yeah,
YouTube.
Joe gave me the shield to help me survive.
I know. I
Only
carried
thing
that
you're able
fight.
to do that
Even though
fight.
I was
Only
only
thing
in
you're
half
able
it.
to.
So what I'm hearing,
I carried that fight, even if I was only in half of it. I'm crazy.
I was gonna say, so what I'm hearing is that it was a fantastic engage, followed by Johanna AI OP.
Yeah, AI. Yeah, actually, the
Yeah.
Ayana AI cooked them. I don't know what to say. I think we
I
should
gotta-
have kept the entire game.
I gotta say,
Matt
I
is
think
correct.
but after winning the finals, I think I could confidently say that we had the best healer and offlaner in the division.
Real.
Correct.
Well, I'm not I'm not in your division, so I won't fight you.
Okay, good.
But
I'll
what
fight
was I
anyone
gonna
for it.
say? Oh, I just really wanted to really quick. Sorry, Winters is coming. They played really well, like surprisingly well all throughout the playoffs. They had a rough season. I mean, when we played them in the regular season, I don't even really remember the match. It was kind of, it was kind of a stomp. But coming into playoffs, they were like really shocked us, especially especially during our series against them right now. We're like, that's an entirely different team than the one we played during the regular season. And I say this, I've been saying it a few times now, I guess, but I really respect how they played the map. They really did out macro us like every game. So, huge respect.
yeah, I will say the one downside is that I already had my opening line set up for if winter is coming, and I don't get to use it now because I was 100% being like, so you guys were the 8th seed, you just barely made playoffs, and it feels like you took that personally.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I got to shout out their DPS players' insane performance.
Yeah, that gray main was
And it made it
so
really
good.
annoying for me as the healer trying to do something about that. And the
Yeah.
Nubarak, like, when he was on a Nubarak, that we had to ban that out. He was making such great calls and engaging in those fights.
So
And again, we just kind of relied on our micro, and it saw us through until we started to get a handle on how to play the match.
yeah, that's what game number 2. It kind of felt like that's what it was. Is that you guys would win the fights that you knew were coming, but then every time you walked away from any lane, the Zebo was just in your lane, knocking your buildings down.
Yeah, we were just getting outpushed the entire time.
So, last question I have is, why is your team called 9 to 5, especially when you apparently have someone that has to go to work at midnight?
Everyone here works. We can't. I'm gonna say we're the only Pacific team in this division. I'm like 90% sure, because so it's always awkward scheduling for us. Most of us do work jobs. You know what I mean? We
And most of the time, we could schedule for 6:30 just after our 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It was the time we could
when
get everyone
everyone's
together.
finally home. Yeah, the best we could pretty much only play at like 6:30 all season.
So we just thought it'd be funny, and that's why our logo is Rosie the Riveter with like a Dolly Parton wig kind of on. Song 9 to 5.
Hey, I can say now that we've won, we can clock out, boys. We can finish our 9 to 5
yeah,
for
we
the
can
tourney.
clock
out.
We can
Oh,
clock
man.
out for the 9 to 5 tourney.
At least for like 2 months or so.
Yeah.
But with that,
Yeah.
very much congratulations. I'll turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give. You kind of already got started because you're a go-getter, I guess.
Also, shout out to Funky Town, still playing, still kept the mental up. Same from the last match.
We had Funky Town playing the entire
Shout out
time.
Shout outs for my computer. It's not on fire, so that's something.
And shout out to everyone in the chat that was rooting for us. And I'm talking to one person specific because I see him. That's my goat.
Shout out to the other members of my team. We had a rough start in this season. We made some position changes where initially we had I don't want to say Orphea, but like
Because that's me. That's me.
he was on off lane, and then
I was.
Mike Ike was on DPS. We had them switch actually, and then we just suddenly found like a lot.
It worked
more,
out way better.
It just worked out a lot more success, a lot more game-changing plays.
Shout out to Winter is Coming for actually making me lock in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah.
It
That was-
very competitive.
I'm glad the finals was a very competitive one.
Well, I very much am too, especially since you made the whole league wait for it.
Oh yeah.
No, we did it.
Wait. They were out of town. We could have played the match the day after. We could have played it instantly, I swear. We didn't really care about neither team really cared about oh, we're the division champs, we want to be recognized. We just kind of wanted the finals match to actually happen.
We just wanted the win.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't, because they said they would try to do it with 2 subs, and we don't want that. We don't want to play them with 2 subs. We want to play them at full strength and actually have a game instead of just kind
And get the win and prove ourselves.
You know what I mean? We didn't want that. So
That makes sense. So, but yep, I'm glad we got it. I got it done. I'm glad we got to have it was a really, really good finals for the audience. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah, I hope they enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
On some back and forth in some of those games.
Lots of
Some that we
surprise
just-
endings.
Yeah, that we should not games we should not have won.
Yeah.
Some may argue all 3 of them.
Really? But all I'm gonna say is luck is a skill, and we've mastered it.
Oh, on God. I'm going gambling.
But with that, I'll go ahead. Don't do anything in the after party I wouldn't do, and congratulations once again.
All right, thank you.
all right.
Thank you,
for
thank you.
casting.
Thank you for casting, yeah.
Oh, of course, my
For
pleasure.
being up so late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I am East Coast, so it is midnight 30.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Definitely
I was demanding a game 5 the entire cast, so I certainly can't be mad about it now.
Oh yeah, also shout out again. I will die on this hill. Best support and offlaner in the division. Find me.
Division. I was gonna say in the world, but
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I will say world. You know what? I'll die on that hill.
All right,
all right.
I'll get in touch with the Mommy's Little Gamers.
Okay. Well, one last thing. All right. I gotta let the world know. Next season, we're the villains. We're gonna take over every division we're in. We're the villains next season. You better be ready.
Wait, every division you're in, are you planning on moving divisions somehow?
Making
We're going
6
up.
teams.
We're going up. And then after that, we're going up again, and we're gonna take every division from there. Although I would rather not take the lower divisions. We're gonna take them all.
I'll look forward to it.
All right. I'll
That's
talk
some
to you later.
bold claims, dude. Who you playing with?
Yeah.
My silver ass could never.
The best support and offlaner in the entire world. What?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm now seeing this this thing where it's okay, so here's what we do. We get these. We make 6 teams, and the way we do that is we have some people that don't really play, but they just come in, start the game, and then disconnect, and we play with the AI in order to field 6 teams with our player base.
Actually,
Because
Good ideas.
the rules say you have to have 5 human players to start. It doesn't say that they can't disconnect.
Yep. Plus, our tank is already disconnected this last final, so like we're already halfway there.
I've disconnected several times. Oh well. All right. Well, I'm out of here. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Thank
We're
you
gonna go
so
eat
much.
Denny's.
Denny's time.
No, I don't get that.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and raid it over to Zillia, because there's definitely no other NGS casts going, seeing as this is the last one. But thank you very much for being here, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying up. It's pretty late, but those were fantastic games, and I'm very glad I got to cast them.